back here, TPW Rivals Backstage interviews. We have none other than the TPW World Champion Destroyer. Now, Destroyer, you set out to say that you would be the most dominant champion in TPW history, and that's exactly what you're doing, adding danger to your mix with the faction I think you're forming in TPW. I mean, you said yourself you don't need extra help, but tonight you did need the help against two legends like Chuckles and C Brown, and none other than get the powerhouse Danger, who we never thought would turn on the TPW fans. What do you have to say about all this? First of all, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what the fans think. Like I said, I am setting out to be the most dominant TPW champion in history and the most top superstar on the roster, and that's what I'm doing. First of all, I took out again the Legend Razor indefinitely is gone. And now I plan on doing the same to C Brown, and then the list goes on. It doesn't matter who it will be at the TPW Ladders pay-per-view once I beat C Brown. I will continue my domination, and this faction that I'm forming will help me to do that. I understand in this business there has to be help, because sometimes you face people that might bring on 3 or 4 other people against you, and you can't always do things on your own, and I recognize that, and that's why I brought in Danger on my side, and he is going to help me to keep my championship, and not only that, to keep in line these people who think they can take me out just because I'm a youngster or I'm not talented enough. I've proven to them in the past weeks, within years, that they've had to prove themselves. I've proven in weeks that I am the top superstar in this company. And there's no one that can stop me at all. And I will prove that again come TPW Clash of Champions. Well, definitely big words from our champion Destroyer. Thank you, I guess, for being with us today and answering those questions. Well, moving on to our next interview here, and what a way to kick off our interviews with the Destroyer. We have none other than the new TPW New Talent Champion Davis, who returned from action just 3 weeks ago, almost a month, being out of action, and now is the new TPW New Talent Champion. Davis, it's good to have you here, and great for the universe to see you back with gold. How do you feel? I feel great, man. I feel awesome. I mean, it's been quite the journey, It's nothing easy to win gold and to become the next champion. It's surreal, really, and some people might say Deshaun is jealous or whatever. No, he is perfectly fine with it, and we're both tag team competitors, but in the end, I said to him that for now I want to focus on my single competitor career, and that's what I'm doing. And yeah, it's been nothing but nothing but awesomeness moving forward with this whole process of being champion. Um, as for my competitor, whoever it will be at TPW Clash of Champions, I wish them the best, and whoever wins between the Dan or the whoever's the random superstar chosen by the Ram to face me one on one will definitely be a big opportunity for either one to face for the new talent championship, and it's good to promote the new talent championship on a main pay-per-view of TPW. That's gonna be amazing. Um, and other than that, the new talent championship is not going anywhere, and it will stay with me. So stay Rizzies, guys. Alright, big words from Deshaun, and now we move on to, not Deshaun, sorry, Davis. We move on to our next interviewee, um, who will be, um, his challenger will be Yi at the next coming pay-per-view, but tonight he speaks words on um, here tonight and his future goals. We have Perseus live here backstage. Now, Perseus, you have done a lot of impossible things. You've beaten a lot of competitors and kept your mid-carder championship, and you are going to face Yi one-on-one at the next coming uh, pay-per-view. You think you're going to pick up the win and move on to the next pay-per-view as champion? Well, um, I don't think it's not going to be a possibility. I always end up winning the match, and that was obviously clear. Um, Obviously, me teaming with the King was not a good idea, but I was chosen at random to be partnered with him, so it's not like my partner Robert Roode, who I already know very well. So that was a loss, but we will manage to move forward with that. As whoever wins between Tyler Cool or whoever and the tag champions, we will be coming after your titles next. And we will be the new tag team champions. And that is my future goal for now. And also, obviously, keeping my championship at these coming pay-per-view and moving forward as still your mid-Carter champion. Well, thank you, Perseus, for those big words, and thank you for being with us tonight. And we move forward with the next interview, which will be none other than Danger. He made a big statement aligning himself with the current world champion Destroyer. Danger, we have you on the mic. Some strong choices you made tonight, teaming with Destroyer, now being a part of this faction. What made you turn on the TPW fans? It's that simple, man. You choose the side that is the winner, and that's what the Destroyer's doing. And I said I would mentor the future of this company, and that is what I'm doing with Destroyer. And look at him, he's already world champion. He has an awesome, person by his side, as well as myself, and we have a big faction forming here in TPW. I don't see how he's going to not win his next match and continue his reign as the longest reigning TPW champion. There's no way he's not going to. Um, so any competitor who faces him, be it C Brown, who I've known for a long time, or any of the other legends remaining, or anyone on the active roster, just be aware that you're going to face someone that is definitely a huge threat to the TPW roster now, and he's not going to let up until everyone on his list is done and he has completed his goal, and maybe even further, being breaking more records as the longest reigning champion. So that's all I have to say on that. That I just was gonna join the winning side, no matter what the cost. That's just how it is. Well, definitely some words that we never would have heard from Danger before. That he chose to be a part of, um, I guess, the winning side, as you could say, with Destroyer. And now, finally, nonetheless, we hear from uh, a man that everyone knows here in TPW, and that is the Ram. He is the um, backstage here, looking to talk to us here. Now, Ram, we know all this transpired so far between Destroyer now picking up a big win over C Brown twice, but now adding Danger, a legend, and not only that, a long friend of yours. How do you feel about that? Well, right now I'm enjoying, I guess you could say, my retirement, my time out for now. And me watching the product from backstage is way different than being in the ring as a champion or even in regular competition. Um, as for what's transpiring, it's the new era of TPW. That's what it is. Is new talent rising, like my son. However he wants to do it, I guess, is on him. Um, and as for the other new talents rising, like Davis being the new talent champion, Yi possibly being the next mid-Carter champion, and we have Tegan who beat my wife, Rose, and for the championship. And I mean, it's great for business. It's great to have these new era people rising up and making a statement. I'm not gonna lie. Almost the last year of my run as champion, I turned into a little bit of the destroyer, and I just was for myself and not for the fans. And I had the biggest rivalry with C Brown, and then later that turned me around to face the Razor. And sometimes you need to do what you can to win, and I'm not saying it's fine, but I'm saying it does happen sometimes. That happens in this industry to keep championships or to rise. Sometimes you have to do that. And unfortunately, that's what's happening now with Destroyer and his new faction rising. We'll see who will step up to this faction after C Brown, and if C Brown ends up winning somehow, how that will affect the landscape of Destroyer. His future goals as a long reign champion. Um, as for other things here in TPW, we know we have the TPW Ladders pay-per-view coming up soon, and it will be Definitely interesting to see who will be a part of that matchup. I'll make an announcement tonight. During that ladder match, it will be a um, main event ladder match, which will determine um, the next world number one contender for the next coming pay-per-view after that, after TPW ladders. And um, if they win that match, they will get to pick also the stipulation for the world title match. Every other match will be normal. It'll be obviously um, mid-card championship, things like that, tag title matches, stuff. But yeah, that's the big announcement for there, that we will have 6 men who will compete in that number one contender spot. We will be holding a tournament throughout the night, the week before, on the TPW home show for that, to see who will get the spots in. How the interesting thing is, each person will earn a shot in the tournaments throughout each show of the week. It will be from new talent and also from our home show. We'll earn a spot at the ladder match throughout the tournament. So it'll be new talent as well as current talent, veterans and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to see and to tune in for that, which will be again towards the end of the month, of the last week of this month. As for moving forward this week, we do have a live show, which will be our first. Obviously, we have a lot of live events, but it will be live from a certain country that is gonna be chosen. I've gotten a huge amount of calls to do a live show in another part of the country, so that'll be definitely interesting to tune into on our possibly our Friday and Saturday schedule, depending on what time we have to fit in all that. So that will be included this weekend along with the shows you have just seen this week. So with those announcements, that's pretty much everything we have planned on the show coming up for this week. So yeah, just enjoy the ride here in TPW. It's definitely rising, and we've had a lot of views recently, so that's been good on our main show, which is on YouTube, and also live on Twitch, which we appreciate all the viewers who always view there, live on Twitch, our shows. A big plug towards the end here, if you want to watch it, we have our YouTube channel, which is in the bio of Twitch. If you want to see where the YouTube channel is, you can click on that link and it'll show you where to go. Those of you not watching live you can find it on YouTube. You type in TPW and then the Comics R100 will pop up as well, the superhero guy. That's where the TPW content you can see will happen. And also any music or anything involved, all royalties and copyrights and things like that all go towards the directive owners, so that way they get the money that they deserve for those. So yeah, that's and that's it for plugging. Again, the royalties goes towards them. That way, our show doesn't get uh, not as flagged or anything. It's just certain songs come up and then things get misinterpreted. So just to let them know that they have all rights and everything. I'm not getting any money out of this stuff so far. Um, so yeah. All that aside, thanks for watching here at TPW as always. Thanks Pepperjack for doing these interviews as well as announcing and as well as Hans and all the TPW fans watching. And again, remember to tune in later this weekend for the first ever overseas live event that we will be having Friday and possibly Saturday, both days possibly. Um, so tune in for that. So none other than the Ram, and this is TPW signing off. Thank you for watching.